Okay, so celebrating quitting your job with Blur. My name is Blur. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I'm watching. Come on, start it, start it. Alrighty, there we go. The Winchester brothers. Come on, you could do it. You could do it.
I'm not so sure Hornets.
The Winchester brothers. The show Supernatural.
See this pattern here?
Let me tell you about this show, right? If I could just lower it to be able to follow it while vlogging. Love them brothers, man. Let me tell you. I went to first check out the show Supernatural. I'm on season 2. And at first I'm like, please, for the love of God, for the love of my gods, please don't let it be about high school students, because I cannot relate to high school. It's a blur. My high school is a blur. I was a heroin addict throughout the whole high school, since age 14 to 17, to where they searched me for drugs and they said I couldn't be at the school, so I went from Center Ridge High School to Longwood High School. Longwood High School, one day at Newfield High School. It was a big mess. I don't have any memories of being a high school student, except I didn't do any of the work in my special ed. Wow. Special ed. It took me a moment to remember the word. ADHD. Special ed teachers would try to do their best to pass me. So I'm celebrating quitting my job at Mallwart. I can't say the name because they don't allow their name on social media. When I was getting the job, they put you through the whole ringer drug test. I ain't on drugs, but I'm on a little wine, a little caffeine, a little cheese. We got some aged Kerrygold cheese. There's something about Irish cheese. I tell you what, name dropping. Michael J. Fox, man, said that he was a connoisseur of cheeses on his Twitter. I seen it. He didn't say it in those exact words. But ever since then, holy cow, there's a hair on my chin. Is that a hair or a glare? Wow, I'm such a rapper, right? Hair, glare. It's a glare. It's not a hair on my cheese. That's right, a horseradish cheese from New York. Yancey's Fancy, which kind of means like how the British and the English call us Yankees. Yancey Fancy. Referring to us as Yankees because I've been fiending for horseradish cheese, and I know whoever's watching this is going to start drooling and go out and buy cheese and Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini, GABAGOOL, and all this stuff. And red wine. It's crazy. I just broke. I said, screw it. I'm not beating myself up. I'm doing what my heart desires to celebrate a week. Today's Sunday, February. We got the Sochi games going on. Just the name drop. February 2014, I quit my job a week ago, and I'm proud of myself. I got the red wine with the resveratrol. If you're gonna drink red wine, at least your brain is getting a health. You know, a little boxing regimen, your brain's getting a little health benefit. And the sad news and the good news is our brain is made up of fat. But when we put this stuff in our diet, this and meats, and all that, even worse than cheese and meat is the canned stuff and the box stuff. It's even worse than at least you're getting something natural out of cheeses. Freaking good. And then we add mushrooms to the equation. Check out my video before this, cooking mushrooms with Blair. This is the first taste I'm tasting of this, and I didn't cook it. You know what happened? This is what happened. How do mushrooms add into the equation of the celebration, right? Wow, this is freaking good. Those aren't shiitake. Because Dr. Wheel got me on, go get shiitake, maitake. You know, reishi mushrooms. You go to buy those mushrooms, and they have a ton of freaking, not moss, freaking, wow, brain freeze, freaking mold on them. So it's like being a germaphobe. I seen those shiitake mushrooms with mold. I felt like I needed like a, you need to give me like a guide here, like a, you know, like a mushroom eating guide here. Like they're supposed to have this mold on it. I'm a freaking germaphobe, man. So I bought the regular mushrooms here. See the other video that I thought I was being sanitary. And the reason mushrooms got into this equation is because of this. This is how insane I am. And here we got yogurt dressing with all the other chemicals in it. You can't win with your health. You can't. You can't even go natural. You need to be a freaking millionaire to go natural. You need to you need to buy your own nutritionist, chef. You need to be a millionaire to go natural. So I bought this with the food stamps. Because I'm clinically insane by the government, the doctor, and the psychiatrist, that I get food stamps. And I bought a salad thingy without the spinach, without the greens, because I bought that separate. And I bought the mushrooms uncooked. And then I Googled, and Dr. Wheel poll showed up. Don't eat uncooked mushrooms. So I got this whole thing with bacon bits, and what I do got in there is olives, which is a huge cheese, olives, wine, GABAGOOL. Oh, I have to think of freaking Tony Soprano, freaking James Gandolfini just makes me want to just hijack a truck of GABAGOOL and just sit in the truck naked, eating GABAGOOL till they arrest me. GABAGOOL, GABAGOOL, GABAGOOL. You have the right to remain silent. GABAGOOL. You see the insanity of being human? But the reason you could follow my vlogs is because I'm honest about it. I'm 100% honest about what I am as a human being. I'm totally not a bad person. I'm totally harmless to anybody. But these are the temptations that go through life. I got a little money. I quit my job working for the man for Walmart. The boss treated me like crap at that job. Right? And all the other workers, you want to know the whole truth. When you want to look at 50-50 of what a human being is, we're either consumers or creators. Creators make money off their creation because people consume what they create. A consumer is like, to put an example, the one worker there was all about drinking booze, getting tattoos, trying to get laid by a girl, doing drugs. It was all consume. And his father worked at the place. So it was this lineage of like father, son, follow the son, follow the father. It's this dead end. And it's sad, and it was horrifying to experience this. And I needed to experience this. What people are trapped working for the man. And with the thing I could teach you is that when you're making a tiny bit of finance, if you're a creative mind, you could find a way to turn that little finance into something. I got something brewing here, what I'm doing. No lie, 100%. I got something brewing here. I'm going to be rich off this. All of this. I got something brewing. This is creativity. Vlogging every moment, micro-vlogging about stuff, about random nothingness is a career. I got something brewing. And that boss treated me like crap on the night crew. And that last night that he treated me like that, he told me to do, I couldn't resist a piece of that cheddar cheese from Ireland, man. Fucking Ireland, man. Blarney Stone, I'm going there. I'm going to the castles with the green freaking growing off the side of it. I'm going. And I'm gonna vlog it. But that darn boss, Steve, there was two, you want to talk about parallel worlds. There was two Steve night crew bosses. One they considered Big Steve. The older guy, he was a tiny bit taller. Then we had the younger Steve they called Little Steve. They called him that as a way of dissing him, obviously. But the one Steve, the older Steve, was very humble. Hung out with the elder people that worked at Malwart. And was very humble, let you do your job. Give you a benefit of the doubt to trust you to do your job. I would work hard for this guy. I would break a sweat. Then you got the other Steve, Little Steve. This guy, every day that I worked, and I would work 2 days a week, and I worked for over 2 months, which means I was still in the learning process. Every day that I worked, I would say hello to this guy. He wouldn't say hello back. I mean, how much is that a stab to the heart and soul? Dude! And you know, Malwart, when they train you to work there, they teach you this 10-foot rule where you acknowledge your fellow workers and you say hello in honor and respect. This guy wouldn't even say freaking hello back. So then, the last day that I worked, I had these computer that you have to work on computer training, right? And you have to do it, and it's part of your work. He told me to go do the computer work. There was 2 other people to do the computer work, and those 2 other people told me that after you finish each computer section, you got to go back to where you scan to your tasks and mark off that you did a CBL, right? So it said 3 tasks. So I'm doing these CBLs, and it says CBL done within 1-3. This was 1/1/2014. 2 said 1/3 due by 1/3/2014, and the other one was long. Then the other one said 2/3 2/1/2/3 February, right? And the other one said March, and then another one said July. So I finally went, after doing 3, because it said I had 3 tests, I went to this guy. I said, do I have to do more? Because they're due by next month and July. And he went, what the hell? Are you been doing it this whole time? You were supposed to be in these other departments? He flipped out like I was the dumbest bird in the flock. I'm not the sanest patient on the ward. I came up with that quote. I'm not the sanest patient on the ward, but when you treat me, you're working at Malwart. First of all, you're a boss. You work at Malwart too. You treat me like I'm freaking dumb for an honest mistake. Then he acts like his whole life has been threatened because I made this honest mistake of working a couple hours on computer stuff that I thought I had to do them all. Luckily, I didn't sit there and do them all. So he puts me in hardware, starts treating me like pure crap. Then he confronts me at the end of the night because I'm bringing in the plastic wrap, and I'm on this U-boat whole thing, and I'm asking him for guidance, a boss. And I get in his way for a second, and he confronts me threateningly. And after I went home stressed, I slept and woke up, and then the next day I had to go to work. I realized I could never be in front of, at the feet in front of this freaking guy again. Someone treats you like that, you X them out of your freaking life, boy. There is no debate. There is no negotiation. I'm not going to the job and saying, I have a problem with this guy. I'm not hearing what they have to say. His word against mine. There's no debate. There's no negotiation. This guy treated me like crap. I'm done. I'm done. So I go to pick up my check 4 days from now, and I'm just going to tell them the truth of what I feel. That boss is terrible. That young Steve guy, terrible. No guidance, treats everybody like they're beneath him. 100% truth of how I feel. With no raw animosity, because I understand that we're all human, we all have faults. Much love to him, but I can literally never be in the presence of him again. It's done. He did what he did. He's the person that he is. I want nothing to do with him. I'm allowed to feel that way. Best of blessings to you. I hope you figure out your life. I hope you change and become a better person. Don't have this ego where everyone is beneath you. Because the truth is, nobody's beneath anybody. We're not in control. We're not in control of who we are born as. So we could be in anyone else's shoes. This is a fact. But I can have nothing to do with this guy. I'm not going to be treated like that. There's no way. So this is what working for the man is. You work for the man, you're working for a multi-billionaire, Walmart trillionaire. You're putting money in their pocket. You're either in a dead-end, means-to-an-end situation, or you're going to use that little money, and the key word is creativity. If you could reach down into your depths and be creative, you'll figure out something. You pray to the gods, you connect with them, they will give you the intelligence to advance forward, like the position that I'm in now. This is definitely going to blow up. It's going to hurt when it blows up, it's going to blow up in my face, and I'm going to have a lot of cleaning up to do. But financially, I'm going to be way off, well off. And that's by embracing creativity. So I'm celebrating having the guts to say to the man, within a blink of an eye, I said, that's it. I'm done. There's no debate. You're not getting over on me. You're not going to manipulate me into sticking with this job. I'm done. Over my dead body, I am going back to this place. So be proud of yourself. If you quit working for the man, you're struggling, it's going to be painful, it's going to be full of suffering, but hopefully, I wish you the blessings that it all works out, because there's no guarantee that this is going to work out, because it hasn't worked out yet, but I believe that it's going to, so we'll see what happens, and if it does work out, I will give full detail how you could do this too. You've been Blurred. Thanks for chilling with me, celebrating quitting the job. Peace. If I could just